Hey folks, Solo Gamer here, and we're going to be doing some final thoughts on our Ghost Story series of gameplays that we did and on the games themselves. First of all, I'd like to say that I am proud to have this game series in my collection. So let's get that right off the bat. I spent hard-earned money for these. These aren't cheap, and I'm glad to have it. I don't regret ever buying it, and I still like to play this game from time to time. As you saw when we played, I went 1-3. We played 4 times. I went 1-3, so I didn't do too good. And of course, we played with the base game. Then we added the White Moon. Then we added the Black Secret, and then we played all of them together. Usually, how I rate my games though is a 2-point system all the way up to 10. And I have 5 categories, and then they can get a possible top 2 points. Or 0 points at the lowest, and that can add up to 10, anywhere from 0 to 10. Now, I don't expect this game to be a 0, but let's go over the categories and have a look at them. First category I want to do is components. Now, on this game right here, I'm going to give the components 2 thumbs up. You saw what the components look like. You saw that this game came with good miniatures. You saw that the artwork on the cards was excellent. You saw that the tiles and boards were all pretty good. So the components, and they were all sturdy. Haven't yet to have anything warp or break. All the components for this game, even though they are different from most other games, they're still top-notch quality. They're good components. So, hey, I have to give them 2 thumbs up on the components. Alright, gameplay. I have to give it a 1.5 on the gameplay. And the reason being is because, now let me walk it back a little bit. Let's talk about the good parts. This game is easy to learn. Everything's done by symbols. The rules are not complicated. There's just a lot to have to remember. Now, after you play it for a while, you end up getting to know what the symbols are. But there are a lot of symbols in this game that you have to memorize, and from time to time you're going to be looking at something and seeing what that is and that thing. Also, and this is just a little bit maybe biased towards me, is when you play all the expansions together, which I know this game is not meant to be all the expansions to be played together solo, but it can be. But it becomes a little bit overwhelming. You have to pay attention to everything. You're going to end up forgetting something, of that nature, which you probably saw me forget a couple things and stuff like that. So, even though this game is not supposed to be played with one player, when you use everything, you're managing a lot of stuff, and it's not as easy as it looks. And then you still have to worry about coming up with a strategy to win the game. Now, that's a little bit biased on me because I'm a solo gamer, but that's why it gets the 1.5. Otherwise, the rules are good. The game is simple. Mechanic-wise, it's a simple game to play. Theme. It gets 2 thumbs up for theme. This game, as you saw by the artwork, feels like a Chinese game. Okay? Everything about it oozed Asian. Just Asian, Asian, Asian. It just felt like you were in the Middle Ages fighting a bunch of ghosts that are invading a small Chinese village. It just did. And you can't beat that. Now, I'm not particular into Japanese or Asian type stuff like that. But this game, as you saw the artwork on the cards, which you saw that I loved, I mean, it was just fantastic. The theme of this game, Americans don't know a lot of those Japanese ghosts, Sharp-Nailed Mistress, that stuff, Rotten Child, stuff like that. It's all Asian type stuff. So, if you're tired of the normal American type monsters or European type monsters and you want something a little different, this is it right here. You have your Asian flavor, and it oozes it. Support. That's my next category, the 4th category. And I have to give it 2 thumbs down on support. in this day and age, when board games are starting to become, are really starting to grow, the board game industry is really starting to grow now, good or bad, of your opinions on it. It's an ever increasing competitive market. Board games aren't cheap, and everybody's got to compete to try to get your and mine's hard-earned dollar. Now, you can put out the greatest game in the world, okay, but if you don't have any support for it, then, you know, eventually the game's going to die by the wayside. And this is a great game, but the fact of the matter is that the last expansion, the Black Secret expansion, came out a couple years ago. I have no idea where this game is going. Did I waste my money hoping that maybe they'll come out with future expansions? Or am I just stuck with what I got? Have no idea. It's Repos Productions, but their website doesn't offer any type of update, any type of news. I haven't heard any news on it. Nothing. Are they working on anything else for Ghost Stories? Or is this game just done? And another thing is a lot of companies like Flying Frog, Fantasy Flight, hell, even Wizards of the Coast, they give you free stuff for your game. You can download some free stuff, scenarios, characters, be it whatever, to go with the game. That is a great innovation in this industry. I mean, I always look for, I'm honest with you, I always look for a good company that offers freebies off their website. Hell, Zombicide gives you free stuff every damn week, okay? And you get nothing with these. Now, I'm sorry, nothing. And that's a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you. It really is. And so that hurts it. I gotta honestly say, that hurts it. As great as this game is, you know, if I'm selfish for that, fine. But, you know, I can email Flying Frog Productions or send stuff away for Fantasy Flight Games, and I will know. I eventually will get a response. Hell, for that Secrets of the Lost Tomb that was in Kickstarter just a little while ago, you know, I emailed that guy, and he emailed me back within a couple of days and answered all my questions. And these people look on Board Game Geek, and they look on Kickstarter, and when people ask questions about things, or, you know, the people on Legendary, Marvel Legendary, Upper Deck, they do it all the time. They monitor these things, and they tell people, they answer some questions. I'm not saying they do it every day, but from time to time they'll do it. They'll let people know, hey, this is what's going on. You get nothing with this, okay? So that goes to show you that those people with those companies really want your business. Hey, they're saying, hey, we got a great product here. And that's really the biggest drawback to Ghost Stories to me, is that. And then now the last category is fun factor. And I got to give it 2 thumbs up on the fun factor. And the reason being is because this game is just plain out fun. Okay? It's fun as hell. It is hard as hell, but it's fun. And it does maintain that balance to where there are some games that are just so ridiculous hard, so broken, you're like, psh, after a couple times, I don't want to play that anymore. I never win. This sucks. Ghost Stories doesn't give you that. Sure, you're going to lose a lot. I lose a lot. But every now and then you win, or every now and then you get so close to winning, and you're like, hell yeah, I can do this, I can beat it, and let me try again. And it just never gets old. It's a fun game to play, especially if you have more than one person. And if you have all 5 people and somebody gets to play as Wu Fang using the Black Secrets, it gets really fun. So, but if you're playing solo like me, this game is still fun. I still enjoy breaking this game out from time to time and playing it. I've played it a hell of a lot of times, but and I've lost a hell of a lot more than I've won, but this still is a fun game. It just doesn't, the hardness doesn't detract from it. And, you know, you think every time, okay, this time I got a fighting chance, this time I got a fighting chance, and that's the fun of it. Even though it beats you down eventually, that's the fun of it. So overall, I have to give this, using my little system, a 7.5 out of 10. Way above average, but not so great. And and the main reason is because of the support and a few of the little rules. But other than that, this is a great series of games. I recommend everybody to buy it. If you have the money and you're looking for something fun to play that you can play solo, cooperative, or even competitive, I would recommend this game. It is different from most of the games. It has an Asian flavor to it. Now, if you're not into Asian flavors and you're thinking, ugh, you still might want to give it a chance. I was like that. I'd be honest with you. I can't stand Japanimation. I can't stand none of that garbage. Okay? I'm not into Godzilla or any of that stuff. But I really enjoyed this game. It does have its own unique flavor to it. The only thing I have to warn you about is, like I said, we have no idea where this series is going. And there's no freebies. There's a thing you can download on Board Game Geek that has like a printout for, I think, a few of the extra cards, promo cards, and I think a little promo tile they were giving away, which I downloaded the tile thing. But you know, you can get you a little piece of cardboard or whatever. It comes with one of the games comes with a blank tile. So you could actually download that off Board Game Geek and put that on the tile like I did, and it looks just as good as the other tiles. Okay? But I shouldn't have to get that from Board Game Geek. I should be able to get it from these people. And you can't do that. But enough bitching about the game. Like I said, I don't know where it's going, but it is a good quality game. I do not regret buying. I recommend it. Easy to learn. You know, it's kind of a hybrid cardboard game, but it's different than your normal ones. And it is a good game. And if you love the whole Asian ghost genre and stuff like that, you're going to really love this game then. Because this is the only game I know that really does it really, really good. So that's it. That's my 2 cents on Ghost Stories. Now, if they ever do come out with a new expansion, I don't know what they would expand, but if they ever do, we're going to start back playing this series and, you know, add that expansion in there. But for now, this series is done with us, and these are just my final thoughts on it. So, Solo Gamer here saying, see you next time. For Ghost Stories. That's what's on there. See?